What's your name? Where did that come from? I see it. How are you today?
Before we get started, let me remind you that all telephones must be turned off at this time. Would you please join me in the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Kristy, at this time you can come up, please.
Good evening, everyone. I apologize if I seem a little frazzled. Scott appeared in the nick of time to be here with you on time this evening. I was just at a workshop for the CNY Arts Grant. This is something that we get for the Friday night concert series. So it's a required attendance meeting, and they just wanted to see how frazzled they would be in one evening by setting it at 6 o'clock. So just to give you a little update on that real quick, we are going to be applying for the 2015 concert series, and I've been working with Carol Spano. We've been reviewing the budget. We've been reviewing the budget and putting together a suitable request for the 2015 concert series, taking into account the reserves of the money that we collected throughout the last 2 years through the individual concert attendee donations, as well as the village usually contributes, and we're hoping that we can actually decrease your contribution and decrease the grant ask a little bit because we have accumulated a little bit of money with the community support that we've gotten over the years. So more on that in the days ahead, but the application is due the beginning of November, and we'll be putting that together and getting that submitted on time. The other main point of information I have for you this evening is a project that Mayor Fratto asked me to look into, and working in conjunction with Officer McKenna to procure either funding for or a vessel itself for police patrol presence down at the lock and on the Oswego River. I made some initial contact with New York State Parks Marine Division and inquired if they had a grant program, and unfortunately they don't have a grant program for municipalities, but what they have is more like a loaner program where they would, on a first come, first served basis, so there's no guarantees, but they would be able to provide the village with a either new or used patrol vessel. You would be responsible for the annual maintenance costs on the vessel, and you would be responsible for storage and winterization for as long as the municipality chose to operate the patrol vessel. So I worked with Officer McKenna to come up with some specifications. We're looking for possibly a 19 to 21 foot boat, nothing fancy, but over the years, with the continued amount of folks we're getting to the waterfront, we thought it was high time to be able to provide some police presence on the water, assist with water rescues and other sorts of things. There are training opportunities available for the police department through New York State. So please don't think that the officers will jump in a boat and just go whatever. They will be trained adequately. The boat will be equipped with basic patrol equipment. Anything above and beyond that will be the municipality's responsibility to purchase. So you wouldn't have any initial upfront costs in terms of the vessel, but but you would have to budget for annual maintenance, obviously fuel and oil changes or the boat itself. Winterization will be your responsibility, but they can provide us in the letter request not only a boat but a trailer, so that during the winter months we can store it on our village-owned property in a secure location, so we don't have to do a lot of back and forth with it. Other than that, I don't have any concrete figures for you on annual maintenance and upkeep costs because it's really dependent upon how much the department uses the vessel, what size boat it is, what size motor it is, how far you're going, how fast you're going. So my recommendation, if this is something that you all are interested in, and I know you're hearing about this for the first time this evening, but in the days and weeks ahead, if this is something you want to pursue, I would encourage you to budget a few thousand towards the annual operations and maintenance until you have a few years to really figure it out. There will be some upfront costs that New York State Parks suggested, including the boat will come, in standard boat colors, but if you want to put the village logo like you do with the police cars, you'll have to pay for that, as well as purchasing life vests, as well as purchasing some tow ropes or tie ropes to tie your boat off if you're familiar with the marine operations, and also possibly some bumpers or other different things to securely tie it to the dock for storage or keeping it there in between uses. Other than that, I don't have a lot of concrete figures for you because it'll be based on as but a lot of the municipalities themselves don't request the vessels. So the state and the county work very well together, and that's why Officer McKenna was alluding to, there are some state programs available, and what it was recommended to us through Mr. Migliosi that I spoke with at New York State Parks was to put this letter of interest together, to state our interest and intention that should a vessel become available, the Village of Phoenix would like to take that on and have one available here for its local police department to use. So that's what this initial letter is. It's just to say we're interested, we're a canal community, we have a lot of things going on along our waterfront. Please consider us should you have a vessel available, a vessel and a trailer available for us. We're at their mercy to provide us with whatever they deem fit. Obviously, it would be navigation safe and sound. They're not going to give us some whole thing. But it's a little different in that if we were in the county, we would have a much better go and in, if you will, to get access to these vessels versus a municipality. We just have to be at their mercy to find one that they aren't using, or if they have an extra one lying around in the boatyard somewhere that they can send to us.
Well, I think now that we've made the substation down there, there's always an officer there. So there's a lot of safety. And before we used to have things ripped up and, the kids would go down there with flower races and whatnot. So at least we have something. And this kind of goes along with canal community. And it's not a lot of money. But of course, we have to vote on that as a board. And I would just ask the board, look at this between now and the next week and see what you folks think, But it would be nice to have. So just give us an idea. If you have any questions right now, you could let me know or Kristy know about it and we'll go from there. Sure.
Did you say the state police don't have a marine division anymore in this area?
Yeah, that's correct. No, they don't patrol the water at all. They do have one boat for their diving, but they don't patrol. So it's up to counties and local municipalities.
And how many patrols does the sheriff's department have?
We're down to two full-time deputies.
Thank you.
And if anyone had responded, they would respond from Oswego with the Oswego County boat, or Brewerton with either our boat or Oswego County boat.
Does the fire department have anything?
Phoenix Fire has a boat. I believe they can retrieve and launch, but nothing in the water.
Okay.
This would be in the water all summer, and I would imagine, should it go, we write up some sort of MOU or something with the fire department that, the officer on duty would respond to the boat, take the dive, or fire rescue, any accident or drowning or anything like that. I mean, that's what I would envision.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Anything else? Anything from the board? Any questions or concerns regarding the vessel? Now that you can't, get to one or whatever, you can always get or keep their work. Okay?
And you're authorizing sending out this letter of interest, you second in the vote?
No, it's not committee, it's
What you want to send it out?
Is anybody against having that sent out? It's just a letter, okay. Then we got it.
Do you have a copy of that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions for me on other grant stuff?
I don't think so, but I really thank you for coming out tonight. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Is Mr. Miller here?
Long time ago.
He's not here.
You're sure?
Okay. Okay, just check your mind things because we're going to have to work out order a little bit tonight. We did get the new contract for Enterprise Fire Company, and the new contract for 2006-2007 is $109,934. And I just sort of give you the numbers for this year, or we got, and then it's twice, okay? The other time it will be, the other time it will be, the second time will be
schedule for excavation, because we got that was done by the end of December. And DPW was supposed to do some work, as well as the contractor, we're trying to see what we can do prior to the contractor getting in here. So I'll put out a better idea, and I'll have a better idea at the next meeting, but probably the next meeting you'll see the site, it will start to be excavated. We've got materials already ordered, we're working on it. Just the DPW really kind of run out of time to do that in order to run.
Okay, thanks.
Anything else?
I just want to make my opinion about the adjournment part at the end, no public comment. Just want to let you know that I don't personally agree with it. I think that we do have some issues that are new to the village board, and addressing the board all at once and once. Hopefully the village will respect and understand what we went through last week, unless there's new information that needs to come before the board.
A lot of money, Brian, I'll tell you that. For things you already heard.
I understand, but it's
I will not allow to happen,
my comment.
okay? I will not allow it to happen.
Well, can you show us where it legally states that you could take away the public's right?
You need this legal.
Oh,
What?
I don't, sir, I'm just asking a very simple question.
A public meeting.
Can,
Anybody who's speaking.
Then I feel that you should leave. If I don't have a right to speak in the village that I live in.
That ain't gonna happen.
hey, don't,
But no, I have a right to talk. I have a right to tell you my concerns, my research that I've done with regards to this
We have a right
village.
to speak, Mayor.
I just.
We have a right to speak.
We have a right to speak, Mayor.
That's okay.
We have a right to speak, Mayor.
No right to speak.
We do.
This is the point.
The sad part is that this is going to be publicly recorded, and you're going to look bad because I'm a voting. I pay my taxes.
You leave behind. All right?
Officer McKenna, can you ask for Diana?
1, 2, 3, 4. Public number outside the door. Bulletproof jackets, tasers, guns. For a village meeting.
I hate that, Mayor.
I shall go on. You can speak. Yeah, because I'm the mayor. Want to be the mayor, run for mayor. Yeah, right, run for mayor. That's all you got to do. Well, now you law says that the board meetings for the board. It's not for you. 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 Nobody stepped down last meeting. I know. I saw it all. I'm kidding. Anyway.
This is a sponsor today. This is
Can I ask one question, please? I'll give you a part of the show.
Can we ask
I
questions?
have one question.
Questions?
No
I
question.
have one
No question. No question.
No, seriously. I'll leave it.
We have a right to ask our governing body
I
questions.
just
Is
want to
that
ask,
okay?
the village board that you
Sorry, Lieutenant, you leave him out. Get out.
and it
Get out.
doesn't matter what the village
Get out.
says.
Get out. Get out.
Guys,
Just get out.
he's asking for quiet.
Jim, did you have anything?
We're on the schedule for the water company clean and inspection. We'll be on May 21st, take about 2 days to be done with that.
Yeah.
Talk about the bathhouse. I wanted to also find out what the board wanted to do about the non-leak bag situation, amongst us.
I want you to get a prize.
I got prices, I shared it with the board, and I'll get it back up. I spoke with the Thomas Google as a co-op purchasing, but they're really not interested, so I'll go ahead and give the prices for us. Just to go into it. And, honestly, Doug will have some stuff I haven't talked about as well. your standard.
I don't know if Doug, except that we received Doug's meeting tomorrow with the county department of health. I think, Jim, you're going to be there also, right? And I received a call from Kristy, over the county attorney's office, asking if I would object to her being at the meeting without the village having counsel there. And I said, we've been working pretty properly together to try and get this thing all down on paper, so I told her I didn't have any problem with it. So we have sort of prepared tentatively a stipulation indicating when the milestones occur with this water project. Doug had some concerns about the timing, so I figured, okay, let them work it out to meeting tomorrow, and it's better that Kristy's there. And whatever the engineers have to do, because he's the one who's got to meet the milestones, and I think they're both fortunate. And we're looking at a project completion date, I was looking at it, for March of 2016. We go through the whole bidding process of construction this year. But I don't know if Doug has a problem with that part of it, but those issues have to be worked out. I figured he can deal with those milestone issues with the, whatever our engineer's happy with, whatever the department of health is happy with. I think the board and I should be happy with, So we should have, this is going to be targeted for a vote at the next board meeting. So, was it 22nd? Yeah, we've got, so we're on a track for that date. Okay, I don't really have anything else.
Okay. Abstracts for payment. Abstract number 15 dated today. Any questions or concerns regarding the abstract? From the board? Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the abstract for payment number 15 dated 10/7/14. Someone like to second it? Okay, all in favor? Okay. Any other questions or concerns from the board? Any other comments? Okay. Then at this time, I'll close the general session if someone would like to second it on the board. Oh, I'm sorry, one more thing, folks, one more thing. I have the, approval of the regular meetings of September 16th. It's today.
No, 20 September.
September, 27th, 27th. Oh, okay, the 26th.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, all in favor? Seconded.
I have a comment.
Okay.
We received new ones on the deal with the modified. What changes were made?
Well, I would suggest the board hold on that, because Danny was at that meeting also. And you can consider approval of those minutes to take a draft form to the next meeting.
We can get them.
Yeah.
It's not.
I can tell you this, I believe that any changes were based on the receipt of a type transcript from the actual meeting.
Are you Doug Miller?
Yes, I am.
Okay. You can go right up to the podium, Mr. Miller.
Beautiful.
We just were closing the meeting.
Paul, I talked a little bit about the proposed stipulation. I Trustee with some concerns with it, we're going to meet with the Department of Health tomorrow, and Kristy's going to come to that meeting also, Kristy LaManche.
Yeah, right.
Office. And so I figured those dates would be worked out then, with Bill Hager there.
Yeah.
And, so, beyond that, I don't know if you
I
have any.
don't think that's that far off, but,
Yeah.
tomorrow's the time to talk about it.
Given the devil to do, those were some arbitrary dates I had thrown out, so she was actually meeting us on her request. And it was just something I sort of, ballparked out there.
Yeah, I think they're pretty close. I mean, depending on where we go, what our discussion is with them.
So
We could be pretty nice to those dates.
as I understand it, the stipulation will be revised to whatever corrected dates or amended dates. And then the board would be considering course of action at the next board meeting.
Right.
So the timing is that your report can be done, be some time for the board to consider it, vote on it, and then the Department of Health, gets our official word as to which option we're going with.
Good.
Would you just, with that?
With that, next board meeting, I mean, even sooner, we met last week, and we had a pretty good meeting, we've got a good idea.
Excuse me, folks. No talking, please.
Can I ask a question?
No, you cannot. That's the process.
I want to clarify.
No, you cannot answer. I just told you. Don't you pay attention?
I want to clarify. I just want. You're making an ass.
Is this normal?
I said no. Don't talk. This is our meeting, not your meeting.
Yeah, I do.
That the mayor thought today was September 16th.
Don't be pointing your finger.
I'll point whoever I want.
He
I'm
thought
pointing
today was
to
September
Marty Nuremberg. If I want to point to Marty Nuremberg,
What's today's date?
who do you think you are?
I'm Jeff Barton,
I'm pointing
and
to
I
the
live here in
sky.
the village. This is my village, no.
Mr. Hall,
Why don't you sit down?
Give me the finger.
All right, meeting's closed. Let's
Give
go.
me the finger.
Who gave you the finger? I didn't give you the finger.
Meeting
the mayor thinks today is September 16th. He thinks today is September 16th. What is today's date?
This is not, no one's voting.
I just want to ask you to clarify something. So before you vote on it at the next meeting.
Yes.
You said the wall project will not run until the 2016.
Motion, all in favor? Don't have a forum to close, sorry.
I'm advising the board now, okay? If you don't have a vote for the meeting, the required number of board members leave the meeting, we no longer have a quorum. So, take the board meeting.
I'm closing the date.
What is today's date, Mr. Mayor?
They want to set pedigree.
What is today's date?
214 is not a quorum.
What is today's date? Ask them what today's date is.
All right.
Who's the president today? Who's the president? What is the name of the president?
Point exactly.
I want to know.
What is your point?
If he is of sound mind.
What is your sound mind? Who are you?
Those are the first three questions they ask you in a hospital. To my knowledge, you are of sound mind. They ask you what the day it is.
Are you
And he won't answer. Yes, not to take the mayor said, I know, I told him he would. The mayor said, the minutes, today's September 16th. He said today is September 16th.
I don't think they actually closed the office. Or they closed the meeting, did they?
Village wants to make